is set to investigate the behavior of Argentina.
More than that, where was Messi when Argentina turned their backs on Spain? I want you to look at this picture. The sportsmanship here is pathetic. FIFA should penalize every single player on the field, every single manager on the field. Argentina's association should be fined. It's not like Spain cheated. It's not like Spain had done something near the end that allowed them. I mean, they dominated the entire 90 minutes. They dominated extra time. Argentina didn't even get a shot off in regulation time. So what are they whining about? And I've got to say also, you've got to look at Messi. Well, where was he? Well, this was going on in Caddy.
Chaos after the final. FIFA opens investigation into Argentina. FIFA has just launched an official investigation into Lionel Messi's Argentina, following one of the most chaotic, controversy-soaked finals football has seen in years. And Messi himself isn't staying quiet. "We haven't seen respect. We haven't seen fair play," he said. A penalty was overturned. A second incident that should have gone to VAR never even got checked. A goal was disallowed for reasons nobody can explain. He went further, claiming there was pressure on the referee, that the officiating was unfair, that the cup was directed toward Argentina. Strong words. Very strong words. But while Messi points fingers at the officials, the real story on the pitch may be even bigger, because with players and coaching staff caught in physical confrontations after the final whistle, FIFA has been forced to step in. Several Argentina players could now be staring down suspensions that follow them into future competitions. So here's the question everyone's asking: is FIFA acting because the evidence leaves them no choice, or are they just trying to prove Argentina isn't getting special treatment? Nobody outside FIFA's walls can say for certain. But one thing is impossible to ignore: this is bad. Genuinely bad look. And where was Messi when it mattered? If he's the legendary leader everyone calls him, this was the moment to be the adult in the room. Stand up. Face the music. Spain outplayed them. Spain dominated them. Time to act like it. Now Argentina's entire squad is under the microscope, and the players caught in those confrontations have the most to worry about. Every angle was caught on camera. Multiple broadcasts. Multiple replays. And now, all of it is evidence. Let's break down exactly how we got here. The match that set it all off. We've already covered the game itself in detail, so here's the short version. This final played less like a showcase of the world's best football and more like a 120-minute war of attrition. Around 50 fouls. 5 yellow cards. And for all their experience, Argentina never really threatened Spain's goal, finishing the match with 0 shots on target, compared to Spain's 12. Instead of attacking, Argentina leaned into spoiling the game, slowing tempo, breaking up rhythm, making every possession a fight. The turning point came deep into stoppage time, when Enzo Fernandez caught Spanish defender Pau Cubarsí with a reckless high challenge. Second yellow. Red card. Off. It made him the first player sent off in a World Cup final since 2010 and left Argentina to survive extra time a man down. That was only the warm-up for what came next. The final whistle and the chaos that followed. When the whistle blew, Argentina's players hit the ground in devastation. Messi among them. As Spain's squad sprinted across the pitch in celebration, Nahuel Molina made contact with Spain's captain, Rodri. It was small. It was enough. Rodri spun around. Words were exchanged. Within seconds, it escalated. Eric Garcia stepped in to back his captain, and that's when things really turned. Leandro Paredes reportedly grabbed Garcia around the neck and shoved him backward. Another scuffle broke out between Paredes and Gavi, both players ending up on the ground. Thiago Almada was pulled into the middle of it as players from both benches poured onto the pitch. It didn't stop with the players. Argentina assistant coach Roberto Ayala was seen on live broadcast involved in physical contact with both Garcia and Dani Olmo. Nearby, Nicolas Otamendi traded heated words with Rodri while Argentina manager Lionel Scaloni scrambled to pull his own players apart before it spiraled further out of control. On the BBC broadcast, Joe Hart didn't hold back, calling it disgusting behavior. Alan Shearer went further, saying Paredes appeared to throw 2 or 3 haymakers in the scuffle. Spain had just won the biggest trophy in world football, and their celebration was hijacked by chaos. FIFA steps in. The pressure on FIFA to respond was immediate. On Monday, the governing body confirmed it had opened a formal disciplinary investigation, appointing a disciplinary and ethics prosecutor under Article 36 of its code to review everything that happened after the final whistle. In plain terms, an investigator now combs through the referee's report, official match records, and every available camera angle before deciding whether to act and against whom. Names already linked to the case: Nahuel Molina, Leandro Paredes, Thiago Almada, and assistant coach Roberto Ayala. That last name matters most. Players losing their heads after a World Cup final is one thing, a member of the coaching staff allegedly getting physical with opposing players is a different level of serious, one that could raise questions for the Argentine Football Association itself. Paredes remains the central figure, given his reported involvement in incidents with both Garcia and Gavi. But investigators aren't stopping at one moment or one player. This is a full review of everyone involved, on the pitch and on the bench. And it doesn't end there. Article 13 of FIFA's disciplinary code covers more than violent conduct. It also addresses offensive behavior, fair play, and damage to the reputation of the sport. If violations are confirmed, the sanctions could extend across FIFA competitions globally. This isn't a routine slap on the wrist. This is FIFA deciding whether members of the runner-up squad should be barred from future tournaments. The red card that vanished. Here's the detail that's really got people talking. During the Paredes-Garcia confrontation, the officiating system briefly displayed that Paredes had received a red card. Moments later, it disappeared, and FIFA later confirmed no red card had officially been issued. Fans watched it happen live. A sending off appears on screen, then quietly vanishes from the record. Technical glitch? Something else? Nobody's saying for certain, but it's added another layer of scrutiny to how the match and its aftermath was officiated. It's not the only investigation. As if one FIFA inquiry wasn't enough, Argentina is now facing 2 simultaneously. The second stems from the semi-final win over England, where fans brought a banner into the stadium reading "Las Malvinas son Argentinas, the Falklands are Argentine." FIFA prohibits political messaging at official competitions, and that investigation is already underway. Christian Romero, Giovanni Lo Celso, and Lisandro Martinez are reportedly among the players being examined, with the Argentine Football Association also facing possible financial penalties. 2 separate cases. Same tournament. Same team. A pattern, or just bad luck? To be fair, context matters here, and investigators are expected to weigh the full picture rather than judge isolated clips out of context. But critics point to a longer history. After the 2022 World Cup, there was uproar over Emiliano Martinez's Golden Glove celebration and his taunting of Kylian Mbappe. Following the 2024 Copa America win, Enzo Fernandez publicly apologized after sharing a video of a squad chant the French Football Federation called discriminatory. Later that year, Martinez picked up a 2-match suspension for repeating a controversial gesture and making contact with a broadcast camera. And now, this tournament's Falklands banner echoes a nearly identical incident from 2014. Taken individually, each moment can be explained away. Taken together? They start to look less like coincidence and more like a pattern, and that's exactly the kind of context FIFA weighs when considering whether conduct has damaged the sport's reputation. What kind of punishment are we actually talking about? History suggests FIFA tends to go easy on Argentina. After the 2022 final controversy, the outcome was a fine of roughly £18,000 to £23,000, no player suspensions. For a national federation, that's pocket change. The 2014 Falklands banner incident? A £20,000 fine. Critics argue it clearly wasn't enough to prevent a repeat. But FIFA has proven it can swing hard when it wants to. Former Spanish Federation President Luis Rubiales received a 3-year ban from football. Luis Suarez was suspended 4 months, missing the start of his club season after biting an opponent at the 2014 World Cup. And just this year, UEFA suspended Spain's Alvaro Morata and Rodri 1 match each over a Gibraltar-related chant. So the tools for serious punishment exist. The question is whether FIFA uses them here or writes another modest check and moves on. Don't expect a fast answer either. FIFA hasn't given a timeline, and these investigations typically drag on. A comparable UEFA case earlier this year took over 2 months before a 6-match ban was handed down. This could stay unresolved for a long while, and every day it does, the pressure on FIFA to prove its rules apply equally to every team, regardless of reputation, only grows. Silence from the players involved. Notably, none of the central figures in the post-match brawl has publicly apologized for their role in it. Paredes posted a heartfelt message thanking Argentina's fans and calling it an honor to be part of the greatest Argentina team in history, but never mentioned the confrontation. Enzo Fernandez spoke about the heartbreak of the loss and the pride of wearing the jersey, no mention of his red card or the chaos that followed. Christian Romero posted about resilience and looking ahead, nothing about the banner investigation tied to his name. Pride. Gratitude. Heartbreak. All present. Accountability for what happened after the whistle. Notably absent. To be fair, the emotional weight of losing a World Cup final after 120 grueling minutes is hard to overstate, and Scaloni was visibly trying to calm his players down, not stir them up. That context will likely factor into FIFA's review. But the central question remains, did this cross the line from raw emotion into conduct that demands real consequences? Where things stand. Argentina came into this tournament defending a title. Now the conversation isn't about football anymore, it's about discipline, accountability, and 2 open FIFA investigations running at the same time. Suspensions, fines, further sanctions, everything is still on the table, and until FIFA closes the book, nobody knows how this ends. Spain lifted the trophy. But right now, the spotlight belongs to the investigation. So, what's your take? Should FIFA come down hard if the evidence backs it up, or is a World Cup final loss punishment enough on its own? Drop your thoughts in the comments. This is one of those stories where opinions are all over the map, and I want to hear where you land. If you want more breakdowns like this one, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. The moment FIFA releases its findings, I'll be back with every detail. Transfer news, behind-the-scenes stories, the biggest controversies in the game, that's what we do here. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.